Alright, welcome to the presentation of the WhiteRock Livestock Company database. This is just an overview. My name is Nate Warburton, and this is for my MIS 5950 class. It's going to be just a brief overview of what I have implemented in this database. It's completely functional and ready for deployment to be used. So I wanted to show you just a few key features that the database is being used for. So the main form here that is going to be used is the livestock form. The owner of the WhiteRock Livestock Company wanted to be able to pretty much navigate everything that he needed to do from this form. So that's what I allowed him to do, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of functionality in this form. First thing you would do is create a new record for some new livestock, and all livestock that are bought by the WhiteRock Livestock Company are tagged with a number. So enter in a tag number, and this basically just keeps track of the attributes of each cattle, all the livestock for the WhiteRock Company. Let's say this one is a steer, Holstein, and date of birth 1st of December, and good condition, bought price $50. We don't have a sold price or sold date yet. The way that this form is set up is to do some simple column calculations and queries and sorts and things like that to help the owner of the WhiteRock Livestock Company better see what he has in his herd and what their potential is as far as being marketable. Here's just a section, made this var chart so he could enter in as many notes as he needed for any particular entry, but anyways, he'll put in any notes that he needs. Initially, there'll be a first weight that the calf or cow will have, and there'll be a weight as the cow-calf grows, and that's why there's a previous weight and a current weight. The current weight more pertains to determining the cow or calf's market price, estimated price. So at this point, because we have a date of birth, we can click calculate and get the age of the calf. It's 9 days old. You can also see this in years and months. Now, the real great feature of this form is it's going to be able to allow this owner to be able to see in real time what his herd is worth. These are the different Burley, Smithfield, and Willard market reports. These are the different markets he goes to sell and buy cattle. So if we take a look at one report, okay, this is just data inputted in from the Burley Livestock Market Report. It's updated live, and the latest update that we have from them is the 5th of December. So here you would find the weight category and the gender of what you're selling, and also the breed. So let's say Holsteins, it's under steers. We want, let's say, just for this example, that the current weight of this calf is 400 pounds. That's growing pretty fast, but not a real example. So price 99 to 119. Each market kind of formats their price a little bit different. The way that the form is set up is to take dollar per pound. So this is actually 99 cents to $1.19 per pound is how Burley interprets that, and the owner is also aware of that. So let's just say we got the low end of what they were sold for at $1.99 per pound. Hit calculate, and we could get an estimated price of $396 at 400 pounds, $1.99 per pound, $396 for that calf. So some pretty good information there for the user, and we can then save that expense or that record. Now, made a couple sorts for use of to see what the owner of the WhiteRock livestock company has his current herd, his breeder cows, which are just cows, you know, that he uses, keeps year to year, to get new calves out of. Holsteins are a little bit different than any other breed, and so there's a whole category for them, and same with steers. So this is a steer and a Holstein, so we could look at what our current steers, and we just did a simple query to do a sort to figure out basically what is in inventory, I guess you could say, or what is part of his herd. And then it gives you a nice just little report of what he has. Then we could also see current Holsteins, so if you wanted to sort that by Holsteins only, which is pertinent to how he has his business set up. Then what I've really been working on since the last presentation is a way to be able to enter in expenses and to keep track of these expenses, and have a way for them to relate to you know, his profits. So let's say this steer was actually sold for let's say we got a good price out of it, $400, and it was sold today on December 10th. Let's just click on this nice little calendar there. And we want to enter in some expenses. So go over here to this new expense form and click new expense record. Expenses are tied to a single day. This is the best way to keep track of individual expenses for a day, and then per quarter you can compare expenses to profit, which is how I have it set up. So we had some expenses today. We could say we had to drive to the livestock auction, and that cost $100 because it was in Burley, let's say. And we also bought grain, and that was $200. Then you can over here and again enter any notes about the day, or any specific notes about any of the expenses. Save that record, and also you can delete that record. Then you can come back over here to the livestock form. We're in the fourth quarter because it's December. Down here you'll see sold reports, expense reports, and profit reports. So in the sold reports, any record that shows a sold price and sold date will show up in the sold reports for these individual quarters. And how I have it set up is for the query to actually ask for the specific year that you want to look up, so that you know, every year that it will you'll be able to keep track of the current quarter basically, and you can go to previous quarters and see how sales are doing as well, so, which is good, you know, for trends and being able to see how your business is growing. So we want to see 2013 fourth quarter, and we can see here that calf sold for $400. We have another entry here that sold for $655, and so far for this quarter we have a profit of $1,055.80. Then we can also look up individual quarter expenses, and again, same thing, you enter in the year of the expenses that for the quarter that you want to see, and we'll see dates of the expenses, what they were, and a total price for the expenses as well. And then lastly, we compare them. So we want to see actual profits, end of the year for the expenses we want to see, and the year for the income we want to see, or profits, and then we see if in fourth quarter we made any profit, and then we see here that we made $330.80. Sorry about that. Now, this is just a report, you know, so it's good to, you know, be printable and keeping for records. So that's basically how the database is set up and how it works. So if you have any questions, let me know. It's been kind of a pleasure actually to be able to work on this. It's been way fun, honestly, and I appreciate the opportunity. It's given me a good perspective as to what I can do, and I can actually I've been in projects where I've worked on databases before as a team, but working on an individual project has been really good for me, I think. So thank you so much, and thank you for listening to the presentation.